Before starting a TF2 round, have you ever looked at all the classes? Which one do you think is the hardest? That's a good question, right? You might be wondering for a second, which might be the hardest? Well, I'll be rating that today and giving my own opinion, and you guys can let me know in the comments of what you guys probably think, and we can probably just yap about it, you know? Casual yapping and stuff. And yeah, welcome back to a new video. Obviously it's me rating the TF2 classes. Here we have the ranking from the hardest to the easiest, so obviously which is the hardest to play with and which is the easiest to play with. You know, which one you require a bit more skill or more precision to play with and which ones are not in this case. And here we obviously have the classic 9 classes of TF2, which all the TF2 players know, or maybe even people who don't play TF2. Obviously we have the engineer, which is my favorite class because it's literally my YouTube profile and I just main engineer. I just got the hours for it and, you know, just switching a class for it. Anyways, let's start with the engineer, my favorite class and probably the most I can just yap about because I mostly play engineer. For new players, I'm gonna say obviously it's gonna be the hardest. I mean, at the end, any class could be the hardest except the soldier because it's just so freaking easy to just shoot a rocket and get splash damage. You know, it's like playing Mega Knight in Clash Royale. By the way, if you want me to play Clash Royale, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, back to the topic of the video. Yeah, engineer is the hardest if you're a new player, but if you're a person like me or other engineer mains, like, let's just give an example on YouTube, like, I can actually just think of Uncle Dane right now, that's pretty much it. But I think there were also people in the comments from me who are also engineer mains. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, I would say it's an A or a B. I would say, but still an A because they're buildings you have to take care of, maintain, place. If a spy zaps them, you have to repair them, upgrade them, get the material for them, and there are obviously also different variants of playing the engineer. For example, oh my god, I forgot the name of the type of engineer to play, but you guys know which one I mean. The one where you have your mini sentry and not the wrangler. The robotic hand one, I forgot the name, oh my god, I can't believe it. Battle engineer, oh my god, I think it was battle engineer. That loadout, if you play with that loadout, which I also personally love because you have just more HP, you can just shoot a bit more aggressively, you have a more aggressive loadout, you have a mini sentry, just builds quicker, and the other buildings you can then just focus on a bit more because the sentry is not as big of a risk losing in contrast to a level 3 sentry, which is a bit of a loss, I have to say, but obviously that gives you pros and cons and tralala. So yeah, I would say the engineer on A tier is, so on a hard tier-ish, would make decent sense in all kind of, because I mean for me also I fumble sometimes as well, you know, I just mess up sometimes and then it just ruins everything. You have to keep a certain rhythm to the game you play and you have to play more defensively sometimes, and yeah. And engineer on A tier, I hope you guys agree. If not, then watch something else, I don't know, I'm joking, please stay on. The medic, I have to say I don't actually know many people who play medic. If there are any medic viewers, let me know in the comments. Medic, I personally also don't really like playing medic. Thinking of playing medic on a basic sense, all you have to actually do is just heal players, right? But because you're such an important factor to the team, people want to kill you. And because of that, I would say playing medic is still easier than engineer, but still relatively difficult. It's moderate. That's why it's on B tier. Yeah, because it's moderate. It's not too hard, but it's also not too easy. There are certain responsibilities you have to keep, but you also have certain freedoms. Obviously, if you just stay stuck on heavy, then you either just watch the Meet the Medic video, or you are just freaky with a heavy. I don't know. I would say B tier fits well with the medic because you can also pair it with other healing guns, you know, the Crit Creek and all kinds of other stuff, you know, the bone swords, whatever. And obviously you can also heal yourself. I think B tier is a fitting tier for the medic. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, the spy. It's in TF2. If you play the spy well, if you know how to play the spy, you're the best player in that server probably. But if you don't know how to play it, you'll probably be the worst player on that server because me playing the spy, it will just be catastrophic, you know. So I would say to master the spy, it is something. If you really get this and know how the spy works, if you find your loadout for the spy, you will be dominating servers, but it's also so hard. I haven't been seeing many players actually mastering the spy. I know there are a couple of spy YouTubers out there and spy mains and whatever, but those guys also, they are skillful in this game, at least for spy gaming, you know. So yeah, shout out on the spy crab and whatnot. I would say it's the hardest class to play. And in contrast to that, it might be a bit of a hot take. I mean, you still have to be able to shoot well with flares and all, and if you still don't know who I'm talking about the Pyro. I would say it's the easiest class in the game, because you have such basic tasks sometimes in TF2 with the Pyro, and it's actually quite simple to kill players. You just have to get into range with them. That's the only challenging thing you have to actually do, and if you're playing on the right map, you can just spam the left mouse button and just kill people, you know. You can kill spies and whatnot. So I would say this Pyro might not be that skillful of a class in comparison to all the other classes. I don't know what you guys think. Just let me know, you know. I'm just let me know. Just get the algorithm, you know, going up there, you know. Next up, the class from down under, from Australia, the piss jarring sniper. You need skill to play this. If you don't got those hours in Valorant with that, I forgot what that one weapon is called. I don't really play Valorant. This sniper weapon, I don't know. Then you're not getting any kills with it. Because me, I shoot 50 damage. That's it, and no more and no less. Probably because I also don't really zoom sometimes, but yeah, that's just me playing, you know. In general, also skill plays. You have to be skilled to play this, really. So it is also a challenge. You have to master it, kind of. And if you're good with sniper, you are good. You'll be getting headshots here and there, and then, you know, it's like how the sniper says himself in the Meet the Team video. Yeah, I played a clip right there because I thought that would be cold. I hope it was. Yeah, so I think A tier is good. It's a good place for the sniper, but I would even say it's above the engineer, because you really have to know your places and role in the match and where you are and what you do and when you click and stuff, and reaction time is very important as a sniper. So I would actually even keep it above the engineer, in my personal opinion, obviously. The soldier. The soldier's actually it's like the most based TF2 class. There are obviously more skillful versions to play the soldier with, like the troller. You know, you jump around and kill people with your shovel. But just thinking of the base soldier, obviously there are basic mechanics you learn, but I think this is like the building block of playing TF2. If you know how to play this, then you can slowly start exploring other classes. You have to be kind of an all-rounder to play with this, and I think it's doable. You can. I mean, me personally playing soldier, sometimes I have good matches, sometimes I don't have good matches. You know how to say, sometimes you get good, sometimes you get shit, you know. So I think C tier is a good place to keep the soldier. It's not too easy like the Pyro. You don't have to spam a button all the time. You do have to get your shots well, and they're different. I mean, if you then want to expand, you can make it harder for yourself and master yourself, but you know, first learning to play with the base soldier is the most important part, first of all, you know. So if you get that right, you can then play more interesting variants of the soldier, which is why I would say it's you don't need more skill. You don't require more skill than a medic. You know, it's under that. I mean, soldier's a dumb guy as well, and I wouldn't be a dumb guy if I would be playing soldier. It's just an all-rounded choice. Next up, my Russian bear, the heavy. I'm gonna be honest, I've played heavy for a while. I would say it's heavier to play heavy than a soldier, because you have much more problems and priorities as a heavy. You have to make sure you're defending the points all the time. You have to make sure you don't get killed from spies all the time, because you're probably the #1 target if a spy sees you. You have to keep an eye on your HP. Even though you have high HP, you will not be concentrating that much on it. You think, yeah, I'll eat my sandwich, or yeah, the medic will heal me, or whatever, and then you will just lose your view on it, and then you just die all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden the point is gone, and all of a sudden you're losing, and then you sit there and wonder, why the heck did I lose? And then if you play more rounds and start realizing, then you're like, oh yeah, I'm not keeping an eye on my HP or where I'm shooting. I mean, shooting as well with the different weapons you have as soldier can also be a thing. Like Tomislav, you have to be able to aim there a bit more. The Natasha, I think it was called. With that weapon, you have to be able to play more defensively, but you're risking therefore, I think, damage, I believe. But, you know, therefore you get the speed reduction, which, I mean, I'll take it, you know. It's okay. So I think, yeah. Obviously, also it's on par with Semitic as well, would make sense with the healing and stuff and tralala. Yeah, so I think B tier is it's a good tier for heavy. Next up, my Boston boy. We'll give you a bonk. I don't know. I'm just yapping. I'm just Scout. The Scout, you need skill to play Scout, because I suck at playing with Scout. You know, you have to be really good at aiming at people and getting into their range and not dying as well, because you're very vulnerable. You'll be keeping 10 times more the eye on your HP on than where you're looking. So you have to be able to look a lot around you, I guess. You have to be you need to be able to have a good sense of orientation and stuff like that, map knowledge and stuff, which I usually do not have. I play 2 Fort or whatever, I don't know what maps they have, the Dust Bowl, whatever, and I just forget the layout sometimes, and then I just place my sentry wherever, like just right in front of the enemy spawn or whatever, and then I fumble and then I die. It's hard. It's not easy to play Scout, I think. As a Scout player, you're very vulnerable to other classes compared to the Scout. Sorry. And I would also say actually it's heavier to play the Scout than the Engineer as well. Last but not least, the Demoman. Demoman is actually it's a bit hard for me actually. I don't really know. I would actually keep it on A tier as well. It's also not easy to play, but it's also sometimes so simple, you know, sometimes with that grenade launcher, that sticky bomb launcher, I mean, sorry. But the grenade launcher also sucks. You just have to spam the left button and just click the right button on your mouse, and then you just get killed sometimes. But if you don't have that, then you have your grenade launcher, and then it's again hard. And the Demoman has mechanics as well. And I think because the Demoman is kind of similar to the Soldier, you can also then get variants like the one with the sword and with it charging. I forgot the name of it. I'm so sorry. I'm not that much of a nerd in TF2, but I promise you I love this game with all my heart. And love doing content for it as well. Ew. I think I'll keep it on par with the Medic Heavy on that level kind of, but it's on the lower end, obviously. So either high C or low B, but I would say then low B in that case. Just because it has your 2 variants, either you play more skillful with more aiming and more precision with the grenade launcher, or you just go all hell blazing with the sticky bomb launcher and you just left and right click the mouse button all the time. I think B tier is a good fitting tier for the Demoman. I don't know what you guys think, but just start a conversation down below, you know. Don't be scared, you know. I know this video will have like 10 views in like 2 days or something, but you know, it's still a YouTube video, you know. So yeah. Anyways, this is me concluding my video. I'll probably have in these videos more yapping than cutting, so sorry for that then. But I promise I make good videos. You can watch my other videos. That's genuine proof. Because I sometimes do intros there, like as if I'm Harry Rotershaw. If you guys don't know who that is, it's one of the sidemen. I've done a video to them as well. It's on my YouTube channel. You guys can watch it if you want. I don't know. I don't really mind. I do mind actually. You know, the views are quite important. You know, the cha-ching is quite important. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do what every YouTuber would ask you to. Sub and like. Leave a comment. Please join my Discord server. I'm super desperate. I might do a video on that as well, you know. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. And I wish you guys a wonderful day. Peace.